Okay. Hello, my Facebook friends, colleagues, and the like. So it's Jonathan Bengal here, and I'm looking pretty cash right now, but this is the kind of accountant you get when you work with me. I'm the owner and founder of JB Financial, as you all know out there. I'm also the host of Naked Tax Talk, and I'm actually sitting with one of my most favorite clients ever since I met him. His name is Gabe, and he's about to introduce himself in a minute, but a quick backstory is I met Gabe through a networking event. And we just connected, and ultimately I saw a guy who was extremely smart. He understood numbers, he does understand numbers, and he gets it with what it means to be proactive in his tax life. And as a matter of fact, we've been able to save this guy a lot of money, and I'll let him share that with you if that's what he wants to share. But what I can tell you is I'm sitting with a really amazing guy. And last but not least, I have to do a shout out for this guy. I never had, believe this or not, living in Phoenix, Arizona, I actually never had an air conditioner in my home. I relied on something called a swamp cooler. And for those of you that don't know what it is, it's a box that pumps water and it uses air, natural air. It sucks in natural air and then pushes it into your home. And it uses the vapors of the water as it evaporates to cool down your home. And during monsoon season, which is all the rains and the humidity, they become ineffective. And so for many years, I was too cheap to invest in a really good, high quality air conditioning unit until one day I just couldn't take the heat anymore. So I reached out to my client, to Gabe, and I said, Gabe, come save me, come add air conditioning and make me move into the 21st century. And so his company came out, they installed a brand new air conditioning system, a brand new furnacing. They came in, they inspected it all, they measured it. And at the end of the day, his men were top-notch quality work. He came in as well to make sure they were doing it the correct way. And I've had this AC now for about 2 years, and faithfully, it's serviced. I change out the filters, and it's still working amazingly well. So if you need an AC repair or a new AC, you've got to use Dolphin Air Conditioning. So that's my shout out to you, Gabe.
Thank you.
I kind of pumped you up a little bit, but I'm going to pass the baton over to you so you can share a little bit about who you are, what you do, and whatnot. So go for it.
All righty. Well, my name is Gabriel Gutierrez. I'm the owner of Dolphin Air Conditioning and another company, Speedy's AC. So we're trying to pump that one up a little. Like Jonathan said, I mean, we met on a BNI meeting. Amazing group. And we click. He's a good guy, you know, been doing business for a while. He's smart, knowledgeable, up to date on changes on taxes, like the states, the credits, and everything you can do as a small business owner. You know, having daughters and you know stuff like that, a few employees, and try and look after you know myself, my family, and my workers. You know, like he knows a lot of people, like people that are in insurances. They offer insurances. He knows people, attorneys, a lot of good stuff. So he's always helping and throwing people my way, you know, to get the right answers of what my doubts might be. So taxes, I mean, he's been amazing. Ever since the first year, we've been saving a little bit and a little bit more and a little bit more. And we're looking through the stuff that is obviously everything right and legal to do, and we're doing it right. So there's no doubt that he's a man. You know, he's always going to be taking care of your interests and the interest of your loved ones, because it's not only you as a business, as the family behind it, and everything that it's good for you, that is important to you. Like we were just talking about living trust for my daughters. So he knows someone, and he told me why I should do it that way, and he makes perfect sense. And that's something that I want to do, and I want to thank him for that. And then we're up. Obviously, I'm going to do it. And then if I end up doing a little business for my daughters, for them to grow and learn and everything, he's going to be the one taking care of them as well, because I trust him. So he's the man. He knows me. So he's amazing. But yeah, if you guys need anything, you know, tax purposes or even help and advice in anything, he knows a lot, and he knows a lot of people. So
What's the one misconception I am trying to overcome is the notion that I'm just a bookkeeper or that I'm just a tax preparer. Um, is there any way we can tell people out there how that is not necessarily the case?
Yes, I mean, I done taxes with people that use due taxes, like my personal taxes. It's like add the kids, subtract the gas, and this and that, that's it. Um, like being an accountant, for me, I thought it was kind of like the same till I met him. So it's more to it than just that. It's, like if your office is at your house, how can you can take advantage of that? That's something that a regular tax person won't tell you. How your gas, going to pick up materials and stuff like that, you can deduct that. It's more detail and more like inside the whole process of the taxes. And like we said earlier, it's good because everything's legal. Like it's actually everything's right. It's not, you don't feel like you're doing anything wrong because you're not. You're getting the right answers, the right solutions to everything that you need. Like the trucks, like if you need a new vehicle, how you can do it, not just buy it because you want to buy it and you have the money. Like there's a smart way to do it. And you should do it this way because at the end you might get a better quality, car or a better quality car, but then you're going to take advantage on the taxes on that. And then at the end of that is an analysis, like, I would rather buy this truck. Hold on, it looks like I might run out of battery pretty soon. Like if you're buying an old car, you used to save money. If you do it the right way, that truck is going to break down most likely. So if you end up leasing one or doing something else, it makes sense, even though people that are scared of that. But that's one of the tactics that Jonathan uses, and he teach me that. I was more like, oh yeah, I want to pay cash for it, so I don't have any debt. And the reality, and to make business and to make money in this business, is to actually, you kind of have to use your credit and work with that instead of your own money. So that's the difference between a regular tax person than an accountant, like Jonathan.
Yeah,
So
perfect. Oh, that's awesome. No, because it's so true. I mean, I get that all the time. I get you're just an ordinary, you're just a bookkeeper, just a tax preparer. And I keep trying to explain, like, I'm beyond that, right? I'm like truly, like I'm really a coach in many ways.
yeah,
Because yeah, like you're just saying, and it's so true. I'm so invested in your guys' outcome, and I'm so invested in making sure that you're knowledgeable enough. And what I love about you, Gabe, is you understand our packages, which is access to us throughout the year. And I love that you do take advantage of that. So Gabe is like my model client in many ways, because part of when we onboard you and when you become a client of ours, you get access to us on a monthly basis. And so every time he's got a question that he's going to go buy something, or he's going to go maybe charge somebody something, he's always sending us an email or a text or even a phone call and saying, hey, can I do this? And because he's paying us for this advice, we give him the advice. The other thing that he does really well is actually meeting with us. If he can't do it monthly, he always meets with us quarterly, because again, it's about the pulse of what's happening in his business. Because as his business is changing, my mind is thinking about the tax implication of the change. In fact, when he just mentioned that he acquired another company, he called me up and was like, this is the story. This is what's going to happen. Should I do it? Should I not do it? And we talked about the pros and cons. And then he ultimately went ahead and invested in a second company. So what Gabe isn't telling you, he's actually a very, very successful businessman. He is a multi-six-figure earner. I'm going to brag for you, Gabe. You're the multi-six-figure companies. And he's got employees as well. And the truth of the matter is that we save this guy, like I said, a lot of, not just $1,000, not just $10,000, but multitude of thousands of dollars in taxes since he's been our client. And it's like he said, it's all done legally, because at the end of the day, that's what we're chasing, is the legal route to reduce and minimize his taxes legally. And like he just said, I teach him, because it's one thing to just tell you something, right? But if I don't actually teach you the why or how it comes, then you just walk away going, okay, because he said it. But now you have an understanding as to the why. So, all right, cool beans. Well, I'm going to wrap it up because this has gone on long enough. But I want to say thank you, Gabe, for the shout out for me. And I will continue to give you shout outs to everybody out there too. So if you guys are enjoyed watching this interview and you yourself would like to be on this conversation, feel free to leave us a message, send us an email. You can reach us at jbengel, B as in boy, ENGEL at jbfinancialllc.com. You can also reach us at Let's Get Naked at nakedtaxtalk.com. And naturally, you can find us on Facebook, Naked Tax Talk, JB Financial as well. And other than that, send us a message if you want to find out more how you can become a client just like Gabe.